Man, I'm gonna tell y'all a story, man. When this hoe tried to get me lined up, man, back in the G, man, back in the days, man, when I was just a young thug, man, and I wanted some pussy, man, and I had to met this chick, you know what I mean? And really, back in them days, man, when this shit went down, dog, I thought everything was all peaches and cream, my nigga. I was riding in that Infinity G35, my nigga, and I was just doing my thing, right? And this chick, you know what I mean? She had done jumped in my inbox, you know what I mean? Because I was on one of them dating app sites, you know what I mean? I believe it was Tag or POF and shit, you know what I mean? This was back in the day. So, the chick told me, I can come on over to meet her, you know what I mean? She ain't had no car or nothing, you know what I mean? She had a little nice little fat ass on her, had her hair done and shit. Had like two, three goals in the bottom of her mouth, and she was tatted up. So I was like, yeah, I'm feeling little black. She kind of big a little bit, you know what I mean? But it's in the right places. She was chunky, you know what I mean? But she had a little cute smile with the goals. She didn't have no permanence. It was pull out, you know what I mean? Because she was really from Georgia. And she had this big ass tattoo on her booty cheeks that said Georgia Peach, you know what I mean? And basically, I was over there, right? She called me over there. I said I was gonna pull up. She was like 20 some minutes away. And I get the address, so I pull up. It's daytime, you know what I mean? So I pull up in the G, you know what I mean? The whole greet me at the door. I'm in the all gray G. She 35, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in 2005. So boom, I go on up in that motherfucker. So when I get up out the car, she standing by the door with some tight shit on. So I jump out the car and you know what I'm saying? I go to the door. You know what I mean? Because I waited a little bit because I was getting my guards and shit, looking at the hole. And I was letting my sunroof back. You know what I'm saying? Closing that bitch up. So boom, when I jumped out the car and ran up to the door, she hugged me immediately. And she was like, trying to have sex with me right there. So I feel the shit wasn't right, bro. Because, I was trying to lock the door. She said, you don't got to lock the door. Nobody don't come to my house. I don't got no man. I said, hell no. Nah. So I locked that bitch. And she walked away. Luckily, I locked that door, bro. Because I ain't have my file on me. And you know what I mean? Where I was going, man, ain't nothing but killers down there, bro. And I thought I'd be safe because she stayed in a good area, but the city known for a lot of killing. You know what I mean? So I end up I end up going in the back room and shit. So you know what I mean? The chick end up walking back. I noticed all the doors. You know what I mean? The room doors was open. Her room door was open. She said her son was in the house and he was like 14 to 15 and his room door was open. I'm like, man, something ain't right, but the house was cleaner than a motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying? She's like, you want me to close the door? I'm like, hell yeah, I want you to close the door. So she closed her door and I laid back on the bed because the bed said hi. She was short. You know what I'm saying? Soon as she came over, you know what I mean? I started gripping that ass and she got up on the bed. And it wasn't even 2 minutes, I pulled my dick out and she just started sucking that bitch. So she and that bitch eat me up, bro. So boom, all of a sudden, man, as soon as I catch a nut, bro, fucked around, she get a phone call. So I'm like, man, you gonna answer that? So, you know what I mean? She answered that bitch. The nigga was outside. So she was like, he said he didn't want to go because kind of find out she had told the nigga to come get her son before I came over there and I ain't know. So, you know what I mean? When the nigga took too long to come, You know what I mean? She said he don't want to come, go with you, but the nigga still came round now. So when the nigga seen my car, you know what I mean, he pulled up on the side of it in a work van. So you know what I mean? I ain't know what was going on because she had described the nigga as something else. You know what I mean? I'm thinking the nigga looked like something else. I'm thinking it was a different dude. You know what I mean? So the nigga ended up talking on the phone. They hung up. Now he coming banging on the door. So I knew what time it was. And I looked out the window. The nigga van was parked on the side of my car. So I was like, man, the nigga out there, man, what the fuck, man? Why you didn't tell me you had a nigga? She was talking about just chill, he finna go. And she was out there telling the nigga he didn't want to go. So the nigga was like, oh, you got that nigga in here and this and that. So, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, you better get that nigga before I kill him, man. You know what I mean? I don't got no gun in this bitch now. You know what I mean? This a killing city, bruh. I'm in this bitch bluffing to the hoe. So she's scared. She calling the police. I'm telling the hoe, man, you better call the police because that nigga kicked that door in, boy. I'm going to have to kill buddy. So, you know what I mean? She calling the police. Acting like she don't know the nigga. So, boom, I ended up leaving. He left. He walked to his car and he left. He ain't touch my shit or nothing. He got in the van and they all died. So like 5 minutes later, I waited for a little bit and I jumped in the motherfucking. I left. I walked out and she told me, "You go? Why you ain't stay? Why you won't stay?" I was like, "I'm gonna stay, man. I'm going in the car." But I got in the motherfucking car, followed that car, sat there for about a minute and drove off. The old calling me and shit, talking about she put strain order on a nigga. So then she started giving me the whole rundown. That she ain't fuck with the nigga crazy, he was doing stuff. Cause mind you, she don't got no car, so the nigga was pulling up, helping her with her son, but she ain't telling me that. And you know what I mean? The same night, bro, the whole trip me to come back over there. But this time I bring that fire with me, cause Sherry done sucked me up. It felt good too, so I was like, man, fuck that nigga. So I ended up going back over there. I waited late night. You know what I'm saying? I went around that bitch after the strip club. I went to the strip club, then I went over there before that let out, cause strip club normally let out about 3. I left about 1:30, and slid on down there, got there about 2. The nigga, I knew the nigga would be asleep, would be at the house with his lady, cause she told me the nigga had a lady, he was just coming around there disturbing the house. You feel me? Cause she described the nigga as the nigga had 30s on the car, but I ended up seeing that he had 30s, but it was an old ass Mustang with some Panther shit all on the side of it. It was ugly, man. But you know what I'm saying? She was making it seem like the nigga was a big time nigga. She said he had 20 goals and he had all the jewelry and shit, but the shit was middle of the mall shit, pull out grill and shit. So, you know what I mean? I don't know it's the same nigga. She acting like one dude a baby daddy and the other dude that, but it's really the same nigga that she was steady fucking with. All this the same nigga. And she was saying one of the baby daddy smoked dope and this and that, but it's the same nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this whole capping. But then that night, I ended up going over there. I don't tell her I'm figuring out what she was lying about. So, you know what I mean? She was a pathological liar. So, boom, I go over there that night. So, I'm like, man, that nigga ain't pulling up. Nah, baby, nah, baby. So, that's how I got that file me. So, you know what I mean? I get ate up, hit the hoe all night. She wanted me to take her to work, not knowing that I'm not knowing that a nigga already be following at the bus stops and jumping out and doing all crazy shit, showing up to a job. I ain't know the nigga had kicked the door in when he seen other cars in front of the yard. She had like 4, 5 niggas at the house. The nigga kicked the door in and started fighting the young nigga who was in there with his friends and shit. Like, I didn't know this was the same nigga till I started catching her in lies and she started telling me. But that night, I ended up hitting the hoe And I ended up sliding up out that bitch by 5:30, 6 o'clock. I couldn't sleep. You know what I mean? I hit the whole doze off, woke right back up, nigga. I'm up out of that bitch. Got up out of there safe. So I'm thinking the nigga got hit with a restraining order because she saying she went to work and put a restraining order on the nigga, this and that, next day. And, you know, so she invited me back over there. So I done let my guard down again. So, boom, I'm over there. And, you know, I'm chilling, right? She called me over there again in the daytime. I was there for about 5 minutes. I'm getting ate up on the side of the bed. Bro, the nigga pulled up again. The phone started ringing. Now, mind you, he got a work van. I can't hear this nigga motor, bro. From her house to the thing, I can't hear when he pull up. He always pull up around the side of the van, outside of the Infinity, 2005. So the nigga would call and shit. So when he calling, he was like, ho, I want my money. I hear the nigga saying it to the hoe on the phone after she just sucked me up and shit. She had invited me over there. And she like, I don't got your money. She tried to hang up. I said, man, that's that nigga out there, man. She like, no, it ain't. That's my brother. This how I knew the whole liar. I went and looked out the window. The nigga was right back out there, bro. So I like, fuck, this is the second time with about 2 days, this man back over there. And she like, tell that nigga, he called back. He's like, you better get my motherfucking money. I want my money right now. And you better tell that nigga to give you ain't fucking with a nigga, you need to give you my money and this and that. So I was like, man, I'm finna kill this nigga. So I went and got a butcher knife, steak knife out the kitchen. So now she run to me, no, baby, don't kill him, don't kill him. He beating on the door, kicking the door, acting crazy a few times. And I heard him make a threat talking about if a nigga here when he get back, he going to get his shit. So boom, you know, he left. I don't know how long I stayed in there that time. I don't know that she called the police that time or what. She called the police. I tried to stay, but the police was taking too long, boy. And I called on the phone. She had them there. The police was there. And, you know what I mean? She was trying to get me to come back and shit like that. But it was never the same. Like, I came over there and did a quickie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minute quickie. So she's like, damn, you gonna do it like that? I said, man, you got this crazy ass nigga popping up. She put some shit online that, you know, they had, where he had left at a house to sell it. Some, you know, pressure washer shit. This nigga broke in the yard and broke that shit before she could sell it to the neighbors and shit. Like, he knew everything she was doing and he would pop up and all around the house and do all type of shit. And that hoe tried to line me up, bro, but I was too smart. I ended up blocking that hoe and getting the hell out of Dodge. Peace of mind.